Hello, Montana. I'm thrilled to give my complete and total endorsement to Lieutenant Colonel.
Trade futures on the go with NinjaTrader Mobile. Place trades with simple order management tools.
And we are back, baby. What's going on, guys? It's Ricky, and I'm so happy to be back here in Arizona. We will be going live tomorrow for our live trading session. And again, if you want to tune on in, second link down below. With that being said, there are two specific things that I really quickly want to cover, and that's earnings and also the news that quickly shifted the market into the close. If you guys, again, aren't aware, let's head on over to the Moomoo trading application. The first thing that I want to show you is the news tab. And again, the headline, Trump says that planned Iran attack is on hold after Gulf leaders' requests. So again, supposedly the U.S. was supposed to attack. Would that mean that that's the end of our ceasefire? And markets will most likely react in a negative way if that were to actually happen. But again, this is just news. Trump loves to share this kind of news moments during sell-offs, because there was a lot of selling pressure today, right? Not just for NVIDIA, but the overall NASDAQ market. But I first want to show you the 4-hour time frame. Although markets did slightly pull on back, on the 4-hour time frame, markets are still incredibly bullish. So please, we're in the very early stages of a possible reversal, but understand that we don't have full-on confirmation of an active sell-off. So let's not get too excited before we actually get confirmation, especially as many of you guys know, NVIDIA is about to report earnings, right? If we head on over, let me pull it up real quick, to the markets tab, we can see that tomorrow we have Home Depot, right? That's going to be May 19th. But then on the 20th, we have NVIDIA that is set to report earnings, has a $5.38 trillion market cap. And again, the markets are watching. But what exactly happened? Well, like we talked about it today, markets from open to close sold off. But moments before markets were to close, Trump obviously likes to get involved, send out those tweets and be like, no. We're about to attack, but we're not anymore. Markets rally. Remember, it's the whole thing of, hey, we announced the ceasefire. Markets celebrate 5%. Actually, no ceasefire. We might attack. Markets retrace 0.5%. So they're always more willing to rally than they are to sell off. That's how irrational markets are. But understand, that is just the current sentiment of the market. So let's not try to fight it. Let's just try to work with it, right? When quickly looking at the NASDAQ market, although it did begin to recover, it's slightly selling off during the overnight hours. We'll see if the sell-off continues. But again, a lot of the focus this week is on NVIDIA as it's set to report earnings after the markets close on Wednesday. And again, I was thinking about making a more detailed video on NVIDIA, especially because of what exactly is going on. Again, on the Moomoo trading application, if you guys click on shareholders, you could see that a lot of insider activity has been more selling, and we're talking about in the tens of millions of dollars, than actually buying. Is that because people want to take profits respecting how elevated NVIDIA has been? Is it overbought enough that you want to trim your profits? Even if it might rally a little bit, there's definitely possibly more downside than there is upside, especially with all of the uncertainty that's currently presenting itself, right? Not just NVIDIA about to report earnings. I'm sure they're going to kill it, as they always tend to do. But the big thing is, what about our bond markets? Bond yields are incredibly high. That's never a good sign. What about inflation? We're now nearly at 2 to 3 year highs. What about the labor market, right? With all these layoffs, AI is taking jobs, and then a weakening labor market. It's like you can't put out both of these fires at the same time. Now we have a new Fed chair. How is he going to react? A lot of questions, but guess what? We have a lot of time, and we're here to stay patient, right? So that's what I'm really excited about. Again, I do want to remind you, if you like all these different and new features that are available on this platform, and if you're tired of your old and outdated brokerage, I want to remind you that Moomoo does have, especially if you're not invested in NVIDIA just yet, they do have a huge sign-up bonus going on right now where you can earn up to $1,000 in NVIDIA stock plus up to 8.1% APY. So if you guys have not checked it out, again, the first link in the description down below, depending on your initial deposit, will determine how much you earn in NVIDIA stock. Plus, if you just have your money actually sitting there, any uninvested cash actually earns up to 8.1% APY for at least the first 2 to 3 months. So again, if you want to learn more about it, to check it out, it's going to be the first link in the description down below. But with that being said, again, I wanted to make sure that you understood what exactly was going on today. And that is, yes, there was some positive news, if you want to call it that Trump announced to really uplift the market? Is it some form of just market manipulation of him just trying to give the market false hope before another sell-off? We'll see. We'll see if there's enough fear in the market for them to continue to sell off, or if there's enough certainty, especially for NVIDIA, because that is what everyone is watching, and that is going to be Wednesday after the markets close. Again, I'll do my part in keeping you guys up to date. I hope to see you for our live trading session. Again, that is going to be linked in the description down below, second link if you want to join us. But do not forget right now, again, if you want to take advantage of this new sign-up bonus from Moomoo, again, feel free to check it out. First link in the description down below, and I'm sure you won't regret it. I appreciate you guys' time like always. Let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.
Why Top Step? Because traders shouldn't have to risk everything to participate in the markets. If you pass Top Step's trading combine, you'll be invited to trade with our capital in a fully funded account. As a Top Step funded trader, you keep 90% of profits and we take the losses. We're invested in your success. Start learning by doing and become a Top Step funded trader today.
Are you ready to see some magic?
I watch the ticker tape with the same intensity every morning, not because I'm looking for the next big move, but because I'm preparing my mind for war. The market doesn't care about your hopes, your bills, or your dreams of wealth. It's an arena where the prepared feast on the unprepared, where discipline crushes impulse, and where your worst enemy isn't the bear or the bull, it's the voice inside your head telling you lies. I learned this lesson the hard way, more times than I care to admit, and each time it cost me everything. But here's what I discovered through those devastating losses. Success in trading isn't about finding the perfect setup or the hottest stock. It's about what you tell yourself when you open your eyes each morning, before the market bell rings, before the chaos begins. Every morning, before I even think about the market, I stand in front of my reflection and I speak truth to myself. Not affirmations that sound pretty but ring hollow. Real truth. The kind that cuts through the fog of greed and fear. I say, I am here to follow the market, not to predict it. You see, most traders wake up with their minds already made up about what the market should do. They've fallen in love with their analysis from yesterday, married themselves to a position, convinced themselves they've decoded some secret pattern. That's not trading, that's gambling with extra steps. The market owes you nothing. It doesn't care about your technical analysis or your fundamental research or your gut feeling. The market simply is, and your job is to observe it clearly, without the distortion of your ego. I tell myself, my capital is my ammunition, and I cannot fight without it. Every dollar in your trading account is a soldier in your army. Would a general send all his troops into battle at once, in a single charge against an enemy he barely understands? Yet traders do this every day. They see a setup that looks promising and they go all in, risking everything on one idea, one trade, one moment. I've been broke 3 times in my life. 3 times I built a fortune, and 3 times I lost it all. And every single time, it was because I forgot this fundamental truth. Preservation comes before profit. You cannot make money if you have no money to make it with. Each morning, I remind myself that my first duty isn't to make money, it's to not lose money stupidly. I will wait for my pitch. This is perhaps the most important thing I tell myself, and it's borrowed from baseball wisdom, though I've never been much of a ball player. In baseball, a batter can wait for the right pitch. In the market, you have that same luxury, yet traders act as if they're penalized for not swinging. They see movement and they feel compelled to participate. They see others making money and they panic that they're missing out. But the market is always there, always moving, always offering new opportunities. The great moves, the ones that build fortunes, they don't come every day or even every week. They come when conditions align, when the trend is unmistakable, when the probability is stacked so heavily in your favor that not taking the trade would be the real mistake. Until that moment arrives, my job is to wait, to watch, to stay liquid and alert. I remind myself every morning, the trend is my only friend. Not hope, not pride, not revenge. The trend. When I look at the tape, I'm not trying to outsmart it or predict where it will turn. I'm trying to see what it's telling me right now. In this moment, is money flowing into this stock or out of it? Are buyers stepping up with conviction or are they hesitant? Is the price making higher highs and higher lows, or is it chopping around in confusion? The market speaks clearly to those who listen without prejudice. But most traders don't listen, they argue. The market says down, and they say, but it shouldn't be, so I'll buy. The market says up, and they say it's too high, so I'll sell short. This is insanity. This is ego battling reality, and reality always wins. Every morning, I commit myself to humility before the tape. I will not impose my will on the market. I will find where the market's will is clearly expressed, and I will align myself with it. I trade patterns, not stocks. This is crucial. When you fall in love with a company, when you convince yourself that this particular stock is special, you've stopped being a trader and become an investor with a very short time horizon, a dangerous combination. I don't care if the company cures cancer or has the best management team in the world. I care about one thing. Is the stock acting right? Is it showing me strength when the market is weak? Is it holding its gains while others give theirs back? Is it leading or lagging? The story behind the stock might be compelling, but the price action tells the truth about what big money is actually doing. And big money, the professionals, the institutions, the smart money, they know more than you do. They always have and they always will. So rather than trying to be smarter than them, I simply watch where they're putting their money, and I follow. The pattern of accumulation, the pattern of markup, the pattern of distribution. These patterns repeat endlessly because human nature never changes. Every morning I also say this: my emotions are not my guide. Fear and greed are powerful forces, and they will destroy you if you let them into the driver's seat. Fear will make you exit winning trades too early, snatching a small profit when a large one was developing. Greed will make you hold losing trades too long, hoping they'll come back, or pyramid into winning trades recklessly after the move is nearly over. Both emotions whisper lies that sound like wisdom. Fear says, take your profit now. Be safe when you should be letting your winners run. Greed says, add more. It's going higher when you should be tightening your stops. I've learned that the moments when I feel most certain, most excited, most convinced, those are the dangerous moments. That's when I slow down, take a breath, and ask myself, am I following my rules or am I following my feelings? The rules are there because past versions of me, calmer and wiser versions, created them. My emotional self in the heat of the moment is the least qualified version of me to make decisions. I will honor my stops. This is non-negotiable, yet it's the rule that traders break most frequently. Why? Because honoring a stop means admitting you were wrong. It means taking a loss. It means accepting that your analysis, your timing, or your execution was off. Nobody likes being wrong, but in trading, being wrong is simply part of the process. The best traders in the world are wrong 40, even 50% of the time. What makes them successful isn't their win rate, it's their ability to cut losses quickly and let profits run. Every trade I enter, I know exactly where I'm wrong. I've defined it in advance, and when the market touches that point, I exit without hesitation, without negotiation, without hope, because I know something absolutely certain. The market can stay irrational longer than I can stay solvent. Hoping and holding has destroyed more traders than any market crash ever did. Each morning, I make these declarations not once but multiple times, letting them sink past my conscious mind into something deeper. I'm programming myself for success the same way a pilot runs through a pre-flight checklist. It's not exciting. It's not glamorous, but it works. Because when the market opens and chaos erupts, when stocks are gapping and moving and everyone around you is reacting emotionally, You won't have time to think your way to the right decision. You'll fall back on your programming, on the mental patterns you've established. And if you've spent your mornings reinforcing discipline, patience, and respect for the market, those qualities will emerge under pressure. But if you've spent your mornings fantasizing about profits and scrolling through social media looking for hot tips, that's what will emerge instead. The transformation from losing trader to winning trader isn't about finding better indicators or more sophisticated strategies. It's about becoming a different person, someone who can watch money appear on the screen without getting excited, and watch it disappear without getting panicked. Someone who treats a winning streak and a losing streak with the same level of emotional detachment. Someone who measures success not by today's profit and loss, but by whether they followed their process. Because here's the secret that took me years and millions of dollars to learn. If you execute your process consistently, profits take care of themselves. The market rewards consistency and discipline over time. It punishes inconsistency and emotion ruthlessly. There are no exceptions to this rule, regardless of how smart you are or how hard you work. People ask me what separates the professional trader from the amateur, and I'll tell you, it's not intelligence, not work ethic, not even capital. It's the ability to be comfortable being uncomfortable. The amateur needs certainty. He needs to know this trade will work before he enters it. The professional understands that every trade is a probability, nothing more. He's comfortable placing his bet when the odds favor him, knowing that this particular instance might not work out, but that over time, playing the percentages will produce profits. The amateur needs action. Sitting in cash feels like wasting time, like missing opportunities. The professional knows that cash is a position, often the best position, and that doing nothing is frequently the highest return activity available. The amateur trades to feel something: excitement, vindication, revenge. The professional trades to make money, and he's learned that feelings and profits rarely coincide. What you say to yourself in those quiet morning moments, before the world intrudes, before the market opens, before your emotions have been triggered, that determines everything. Because trading isn't really about the market. The market is just the arena where your internal condition gets expressed in dollars and cents. If you're undisciplined in life, you'll be undisciplined in trading. If you're impulsive in relationships, you'll be impulsive in entries and exits. If you're dishonest with yourself about your weaknesses, the market will expose those weaknesses without mercy. This is why I say trading is the most expensive form of self-education available. The market will teach you everything about yourself that you've been avoiding, and it will charge you tuition in the form of losses until you learn the lessons. Let me tell you about the morning I lost everything for the third time. I woke up that day feeling invincible. I'd made a series of winning trades, my account had grown substantially, and I'd convinced myself I had finally figured it all out. I skipped my morning routine. I didn't recite my rules. I didn't remind myself of the principles that had gotten me to that point. I just opened my trading platform and started looking for opportunities, full of confidence that bordered on arrogance. By the end of that week, I was wiped out. Not because the market changed, not because my strategies stopped working, but because I changed. I stopped being the disciplined trader who had built that account and became the reckless gambler who destroyed it. That pain, that humiliation, that crushing realization that I had done this to myself, that's when I truly understood the power of the morning practice. Since that day, I haven't missed a single morning. Even when I'm not trading, even when the markets are closed, even when I'm traveling or sick or distracted by life's other demands, I stand before myself and I speak these truths. Because I know now that discipline isn't something you have, it's something you do. Every single day, without exception. The moment you think you've arrived, the moment you believe you no longer need the fundamentals, that's the moment you've begun your descent. The market has humbled far greater men than me, and it stands ready to humble you too if you give it the opportunity. Your morning practice is your armor, your shield against your own worst impulses. I also tell myself each morning, I will not revenge trade. This might be the hardest rule to follow because it requires you to overcome one of the most powerful human instincts, the need to get even. When you take a loss, especially a loss that stings, Everything in you wants to jump right back in and make that money back immediately. Your ego is wounded. You feel the need to prove that the loss was a fluke, that you're not actually wrong, that you can beat this market. But revenge trading is suicide. It's trading from emotion, not from strategy. It's forcing trades that aren't there because you have a psychological need, not because the market is offering an opportunity. I've seen men destroy in hours what took them years to build, all because they couldn't accept a loss and move on. Every morning,
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Pull up in motorcades. I got a show today. It's all I'm trying to do. Hustle and motivate. Choppers a throwaway. Hustle the overweight. That's why they follow me, They think I know the way. Cause I took control of things. Ballin' the solo way. And if you pattern my trend, I make you my protege. It's lost in that soldier race. Niggas don't know them days. Take you in back of the buildings. Make you expose your rage. Take you across the tracks. Make you explode the face. Now you official now, but you got a soul to save. I just been cooking that new. I'm about to drop in a few. Think if I call it the great, the people gon' call it the truth. I ain't really trip on the credit. I just paid all of my dues. I just respected the game. Now my name all in the news. Tripping on all of my moves. Quote me on this, got a lot more to prove. Remember I came in this bitch, fresh out the county with nothing to lose.
On the ground, yeah. But I don't do this shit for nothing. No, not at all, yeah. But my money red, that you do, oh yeah. So I don't do this shit for nothing. No, not at all, oh. I told her I got
like I never left. Stand for some shit that you never read. Passing through stages in life, through the ups and the downs, like it's all just another test. Live by the rules like a fucking ref. I got respect in 100 sets. Too many chains, need another chest. Playing no games if it wasn't chess. Cut from that cloth that you couldn't stretch. Cut from that circle you couldn't test. Heavily pressured and under stress, even though niggas ain't sure we was a mess. Honest attempt playing to the left. Judge a young nigga by their dress. Left is no option, what they expect. Only thing we knew for sure is the bang the set. Fuck living basic, I'm taking risks. Fuck what they saying, I'm saying this. Don't waste your testament, don't make you rich. It don't mean nothing, so fuck them, let's make a grip. Double up, triple up, make assist. Ballin' so hard you can pay a bitch. Lean to the lake if they wanna fish. Make sure them niggas around you stick to the script. This should be written in stone. You should come visit my zone. Don't take my word, double check all of my flows. Ask them how hustle got on, but fuck what you heard. This for who walk down that road. Sold everything but they sold. Third off the curb. Real niggas rich as you nerds. Address the human makers. Look, lot of niggas feel what I want. Lot of niggas fold, but I cope. Lot of niggas gone, but I'm home. Lot of niggas off, but I'm on. Lot of niggas lost on this road. Couple niggas gave up they goal. Gang of niggas traded they soul. But me, I'm standing on 10 toes. Looking out my Benz window. Wonder where my friends all go. Scared to give my heart to this girl. Paranoid she gon' leave if my hands get low. Knowing that this game to be played, but I'm knowing that this game to be changed. I should be afraid of afraid. I'm just trying to live up to the meaning of my name. I'm just trying to live up to the niggas in my game. I'm just trying to live up to my moment on the stage. I'm just trying to live up to the truth of my pain and the power that it gave me on the youth for today. I put a coupe in a safe, and I shoot from the waist. My time is money, and I ain't got a second for you flukes and you fakes.
How do you dream of my walls? How do you dream of my niggas? How do you dream of my brother? How do they dream of my niggas? Yeah. How do you dream of my walls? How do you dream of my niggas? How do you dream of my brother? How do they dream yeah. We be taking trips more than often this month. When I call, they pulling up 2, 3, stream up. You ain't doing enough for the clan. How I feel if I gotta sit it down. How the fam gon' feel? 120 in a euro, one hand on the wheel. I was just broke, ran through a $250,000. Can't believe I'm still here. Shed tears for the dead. Cubes in my thought of chain, she don't even wear. Pop my little brother up, you know we took it there. Real nigga telling on me, only thing that I fear. Yeah, only thing that I fear. Real nigga telling on me, only thing that I fear. A lot of niggas queers, a lot of dope in the air. A lot of niggas queers, a lot of dope in the air. Styrofoam contaminated, got a nigga meditating. Yeah, I said it, got a nigga meditating. I can't even eat, listen medicated. I can't even sleep, listen medicated. I've been on my feet, chasing check after check. Nigga week after week, cause I'm dedicated. I can't even eat, listen medicated. I can't even sleep, listen medicated. I've been on my feet, chasing check after check. Nigga week after week, cause I'm dedicated.
I was been supposed to change up. I was been supposed to fold all this pressure. I was been supposed to change up. Nigga, what would I look like? I come from the hood, I represent the only way up. Had to hustle, boy, I'm tryna touch a toy. I'm tryna fuck these LA streets up. Think it's safe to say that I did it. Look, nigga, all black, everything. And my diamonds all love like Girl Wayne. Look, blue rags in the south of France. And some things in life that won't never change. Me, I'm a nigga that's supposed to walk, cause I'm a street survivor and they mold is wrong. Before rap, we was Rolling Stones. I drove a Cutlass coupe, a copper cortisone. Front of the building on my mobile phone. I'm thinking pace myself, cause you can overdose. Not on the drugs, but the life you chose. Like hanging niggas down like parole. No such thing as they might parole. They putting cameras up and microphones. They got me sandwiched in. I want a nicer home. They know I take the risk. I don't know right from wrong. Plus any given day you might be gone. No cliches where the lines get drawn. Come on the block, it's a ride zone. For the loot, niggas stoop in the pirate mode. Paint with less strokes and divide your dog. Guns get drawn, niggas lives get lost. Never was entitled, had to fight for raw necessities in life. You see the reason, right? I was been supposed to change up. I was been supposed to fold all this pressure. I was been supposed to change up. Nigga, what would I look like? I come from the hood, I represent the only way up. Had to hustle, boy, I'm tryna touch a toy. I'm tryna fuck these LA streets up. Think it's safe to say that I did it. Look, nigga, all black, every day. In my 600 bands with a heavy chain. Look, you deserve a real nigga with money and some things in life that won't never change. Me, fell in love with a killer. A celebrity herself probably fuck with her music. She the one that the shit fit, but I can't stop her love. Yeah, look, all that stress on my brain, right? Poker face, I'm in the game, right? Need a week to think, maybe 8 nights. So promethazine in a straight flight. Let me cut on my phone, let me get in my zone. Let me sit on myself, just leave a nigga alone. I'll be back in a few, got some rapping to do. Got some stacking still running, got some lapping to do. Jokes to the side, nigga know that they ain't fucking with the flow I provide. Yo, notice how I started out, the flow has evolved. And me and Rollo styles like Wade and LeBron. And it's all money in and your bros is in charge. Hoes a menage for the bros carte blanche. And them out of town sweets cause they know we the ones. Equity, nigga, what I've chosen of course. No 360s, clothing and tour. When I do drop, I'ma blow past niggas and I toe tag niggas like I told them before. Got flow, got horse. Got dope, get more. Fuck mine, get yours, and the show just started, nigga, hold your applause. Try to get to my spot. Look, you gotta go up floors. I put the 6 on stock, I was running through tires like chicks on tour. And if I'm at the game, you can bet your bottom dollar that I sit on floor. And if I'm at the fight, you can bet your bottom dollar sweat hit my whore.
Won't take no loss, won't take days off. We go so hard until we fall. Won't take no loss, won't take days off. We go so hard until we fall. A nigga used to dream, my reality to dream now. Nigga used to dream, my reality to dream now. I'm living out my dreams now. Living out my dreams now.
Sitting in the trap like damn, trying to turn a couple grams to a couple $100 grand. I grew up in the town, they don't make it out up. If you black, you don't live to see a man. You seen 21, you done won a lottery. Talking friends, where the streets stand, took a lot from me. I washed up from a robbery. Now your name 4657239 B State property. Damn, you had a dream, now you living out a nightmare. You almost made a little nigga, you was right there. Now your release date is in another light year. Yeah, and it's quite clear, all you needed was a little bit of guidance. In your household, it was just silence. You was your own mother and your father. How the hell you supposed to know what to do when nobody showed you the ropes? All they showed you was pistols and dope. Game flags in the land with no hope. Where every fit of hat mean a different hood. Make it out and they still want you in the hood. Your own homies don't want you living good. Niggas for this help get it understood. It's just a playground full of moon swings. Die for the color of your shoestrings. Wish I had a different way to view things. You either had a rap book or had a hoop dream. For a time on the road, make time for your folks. Till time do the most. It's year what I gross. Did that for the bros. One time for the coast. Light one nigga smoke. Shoot clutch, never choke. Ay, for a time on the road, Make time for your foes. It's your time, do the most. And share what I gross. Did that for the bros. One time for the coast. Light one, nigga smoke. Shoot clutch, never choke. Moved up on the road. Tell me, who came up like the low? Black Sam on parole. Turned that to the stone. Turned that to a brand. Did that for the fair. Crew stuck to the code. Blue chucks on the glow. We built to last, don't break a bend. Nobody put us here, but still we made it in. Me and my lady friend and my Mercedes Benz. We live a type of life you couldn't make pretend. And be the safe and then I'm in the bank again. You know I play to win. I went from paper thin into a spacious crib. Ain't gotta make my bed. I'm eating steak and eggs. You know the straight bed. Hey, full time on the road. Make time for your foes.
Check.
It's you what I'm
smoking weed with my niggas. I just hope when we gone that they don't forget us. I'm sitting around here smoking weed with my niggas. I just hope when we gone that they don't forget us.
Look, we just sitting here trying to win. Pull up to the spot, it's a flock of bins. So much smoke, need oxygen. Free up money, that's not to spend. All gold bottles that tox again. Standing on the couch, me and my accomplices. Pop a bottle, spot the bitch. Get the bitch, got the bitch. Streets wanna know when you dropping it. Police wanna know how you got your six. Niggas on the side hate to watch the shit. See you on top, so they throw rocks and shit. Never was really with the talking shit. Me, I just went and got a pot to piss. Upgrade diamonds on my watch and shit. Pictures on the wall at my offices. AC coded in my Compton bitch. Talking that, you don't even need a condom shit. Look, I'm really on some baller shit. On some rich nigga, I ain't gotta call you shit. On some fuck with me if you loyal shit. Everybody in my circle get spoiled shit. Really started in the soil shit. Crowns on the wrist, that's real shit.
I'm just sitting around here smoking weed with my niggas. I just hope when we gone that they don't forget us. I'm sitting around here smoking weed with my niggas. I just hope when we gone
check it out.
that they don't forget us.
Look, we just sitting here trying to win. Drop 20 bands, you can fly us in. Turn down deals, they gon' try again. We need a partnership, but they don't sign in here. You don't see the type of chorus we in. You don't see the shows and the lines for them. You don't know the spots we residing in. Nigga, we straight, we know ain't no enticing them. Look at my life, my friend. I got the right to win. I put the grinding in, even on them nights when them lights was dim. When my hope was low, I found light within. I know it's ups and downs, so every loss I took, I knew to strike again. And I be saying a lot. That's a priceless gem. And if we live in a hell, is it alright to sin? I had a goal to chase, a life to live. I try to wash my hands, put me right back in.
Just sitting around here smoking weed with my niggas. I just hope when we gone that they don't forget us. I'm sitting around here smoking weed with my niggas. I just hope when we gone that they don't forget us.
Picture me rolling, tip of my chauffeur. Niggas look jealous, gotta control it. Reaching my quota, mixing my soda. Feeling connected to God, trying to get closer. Stepping on roaches, me and my loasters. Just trying to get over, try not to get swallowed by locusts. Trying to stay focused, kinda like Moses. Like somebody chose us, it's weight on my shoulder. I feel these emotions, but still I keep going. I've been to a poet, I've been through the motions. I'm feeling heroic, but life is a dice game, and they dare you to blow it. You might get a stripe, man, but that ain't gon' pay for the strollers. It's never enough to console her. Tell her your daddy a soldier. She needs you right now in this moment. Now dead on your back, pushing roses. To me, I'm just carving a sculpture and fine-tuning my approaches. Doubling back as an owner. The moment of truth is opponents, call them promoters.
Picture me rolling with my friends, not a worry. Then we get stopped by the police. Gotta make it home to my baby, 'cause these days niggas going crazy. Gotta make it home to my baby, 'cause these days niggas ain't me.
You're not wrong. You're late. Most traders struggle because their tools show them what already happened. Indicators follow price. News is already priced in. By the time you see the
scalp for pick Blue Crew. All right. No, seriously, they're the bomb. Super loyal, best crew in the crazy move. Now, this is Monday. I usually let Monday do whatever it wants, and then I come back to it. When you chase Monday crazy moves, it can hurt. And Monday can be a very hard day. And I've had many a lesson on a Monday. And to be honest, this was pumping last night. It was doing well. Remember on the stream? Came back down. Would have stop hunted anybody that went below resistance. Lately, I realized you have to kind of like, if you want to trade anything, you have to like envelop it. Meaning you have to do a bigger trade over the smaller trade. Let them clear everybody out. And you have to be super patient. Trading's different than it used to be. The same strategies work, but you have to just kind of, you have to be willing to risk more, and you have to be more humble. There's way too many new people here trading is, think about it, the internet's bigger than it ever was. And trading's on the internet, and you can learn how to trade now, YouTube and all this stuff, right? So when I started, it was barely, it was really hard to access information. It wasn't as easy. We're talking 08, 09, right? I mean, it wasn't like you didn't have a bunch of guys like me yapping all day, right? Now there's a lot of, not too many. I still think, live traders really that are really doing it. I think there's like 100, and that's like really real live traders that are really, and that's like from Forex to many, because there's a bunch of people, but they don't do it live, they don't do it live and all that. Anyway, point is, there wasn't this information. Now there's way more. So because of that, I just feel like there's more people that are doing the same type of stuff. Like for instance, this trade, like they may stop everyone out here, but if you're deep down here and you're going for a bigger 3-to-1, there's a chance you don't get stopped out if you're down here, but if you're in here, there's a chance they just snap everybody right here, right? So kind of a similar idea, but oil does look like it could coil. It continued to the upside. And I just put alerts on this. When it hits my alert, it'll let me know what's happening with oil. All right. And this is how you kind of can keep a track of the market, keep a track of everything around you. You got to use alerts. If you're not using alerts, there's no way you could keep up with the lifers, man. The hardest part of Grandma's dementia was slowly watching her forget about, oh man, come on, bro. Are you serious? I don't know if I guess, you know what? I got to open up and be a little light today. Thank you, Charlie, for the joke, man. People that are going through that, I mean, my friend's dad's going through that. It's tough. Half the live traders are from India, only they're a little in England. And now we're going to show you how to trade the Bitcoin. We're going long here, offer support and resistance. Sorry, I don't mean to be rude. That's rude, right? Is that rude? Is what I did just rude? I'm an ignorant American. Most of you people are far more intelligent than me from around the world. Was that rude, what I just did? That was a good one. I teach you how to trade. Stop that. Nothing funny about, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I wasn't talking about, no. See, now see, this is what happens on the live stream. I wasn't talking about dementia. Which now I'm thinking, that's not what I'm saying. No. My laugh guy, hey, Paul, stop hitting the laugh track like that. Not at the right time, man. You got to hit it at the right time, all right? All right. He goes, no, rude but funny. Wow, this got the chat cooking, man. I'm going to do more comedy on the show, right? You know what I mean? I was talking to my wife the other day, and she says, how come you don't take me in any place I've never been? So I took her to the kitchen. What did the wise man say to his wife? Nothing. He was a wise man. All right. Let's get serious now. Let's get serious. Not laughing, but can't say how that was. We're not talking about everyone. We're not talking about the dementia joke. All right. We're doing something that we weren't doing that. I was talking about the Indian accent. All right. Which I don't know which one's worse, but I'm not, you know what I mean? 106K, Eric the Red. Thank you. God bless you, Eric. We love you, man. 877. Thank you so much for jumping on in. No way that's funny. Now, no way that is funny or no way that's funny. Like, see, I can interpret that. No way that is funny. Like, don't worry about it, or no way that's funny. Like, there's no way that's funny. See, like, now I don't even understand what, you know, see how you can text message can get people. Let's take a look at the bigger picture, which you may have. I think they did give a bit of a cross, but look, nothing. When they finally got a big cross and got a big move, it was a propeller. You know, it really was the beginning of a bigger move. To me, we're doing that right there. So I'm just comparing it. Like, could it be a fake out? You know, it looks unlikely, but you know. So maybe they're just toying with us here. This candle will rebuild itself back up in the next 2 weeks. We're just going through a little tough time here for Bitcoin. When you zoom in tight, though, the wick is very small. It's there, but it's very small. So it's barely noticeable. That's, you know, I like a bigger, you know, we'd like it to have a more, you know, more size there, no pun intended, but, you know. So anyway, we're looking here at the monthly, and that candle looks weak to me. That's not a great candle. Two month as well. 3 month is okay. Possible tweezer bottom on the 3 months, suggesting a bottom at about 68,000. So the 3 month looks pretty strong. 6 month is still in a possible, you know, move down. If I took a 6 month chart and just pulled a fib, you're still looking at about 54,000. A possible wick down to 38, 39K, or this level here, 45,000. So, you know, you got to start opening up. Bitcoin gets bigger. The bigger time frames are going to start giving us more information. Eventually, we will be trading on the 6 month, just like I never looked at the monthly, but now we trade, you know what I mean? 5 years from now, 10 years from now, even 15 years from now, this 6 month chart is going to have so much more data, right? Right now, there's about 10 years of information. It's going to have another 10 years. And it's likely to look something like this. And if you zoom out and you look at Bitcoin, you know, and so, you know, and you can kind of get a gauge of the price action. That's kind of a bit, you know, and that says, you know, by 2029, you're back at 167,000, right? We have a real bear market here. We go through some pain. We come back up. We have an amazing alt season off of that rally because things get really low. Well, you can really 100x and, you know, off a very tiny move. And the people that are really here to be here will be here for it no matter what. See, like, crypto's so volatile, it eventually can get so low that just to move up. Could this be a possibility? It very well could be. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying it's a guarantee, but I think you should be ready for it. Right? And again, I keep seeing, when I look at the charts in a deep way, I keep seeing it's going to take a lot longer to get back to key levels than people think. And that's okay. I think that's better off to believe. 2029, 170 still would be amazing. You know, you're getting Bitcoin right now at 60K, so you're talking about almost about a 3x in 2.5 years. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that's, you know, you can't beat that. That's a beautiful thing. That's beautiful. All these stupid people don't believe in Bitcoin. No. So yeah, I mean, Bitcoin looking like it wants to dump here. Just like we were looking at here, it is looking dumpy. And I'm missing my entry here on the smaller time frames. I don't love to trade Mondays because, you know, they're pretty treacherous. But you can kind of clearly, you know, what my mentor taught me about trading is to trust patterns more than anything else, right? So he said that would be a bear flag, Sam. The breakout would be like, okay. But he would tell me if you get anywhere back in between these two lines that you just made, you trade it just like it's a bear flag yet again. Now, with the stream, me talking, me doing my thing, and making some jokes and all that, I may have missed a beautiful entry here, which is okay. And I was also kind of seeing if we could get a right shoulder there. You see? On the slide there. I was going to bring that in if we got it. We didn't. We got a pretty much rejection by the 200. See, just as what the daily just did. The daily rejected the 200, and we did it twice. Right? Maybe we get a bull div and we kind of bounce out. You never know, but yeah, this thing is melting. You take a look at Bookmap, and Bookmap has liquidity to the downside all the way down there to 73,500. It's suggesting that we're going to take a nice little $3,000 dippage. It's not going to happen all at once, I'll tell you that. We'll definitely find some entries here if we stay diligent. And remember, it all starts when you lose the 200 moving average on the 1 minute time frame. Then you lose it on the 5. Right? Remember, my strategies are tried and true. Like, you don't see me going for my usual long right now. I'm not, let's take a long. No. What now you do is you flip this upside down and we just kind of start to do this. The trend's your friend until it's not. So right now the trend is to the downside, right? Now this thing's going to move, but eventually it's gonna. And here's the deal. This is where you have to have more faith in the logic of the charts than your emotions. When you give into emotions, you're aping in right now because you realize that it's going down. I'm going to knock, and a lot of people are going to, and then if it settles back down, they're going to freak out. They're going to move their stop. They're going to get over. And if they're heavy leverage, they're going to lose. Trust me, a lot of people are going to lose money right now because you got to calm. Right now, you just got to stay calm. You got to know that you're the opportunity, and the opportunity can come to you today if you stay planned, poised, and ready. If you do anything but that, you're the bait. They're the shark and you're the bait, right? Don't let them eat you alive, right? So here's the trade that I should be waiting for, looking for, something like this. I don't know exactly. This might bounce right up all the way, and then I might be in a long in the next hour. See, I'm only going to take my system. If this goes sideways and the 21 touches, I'm in a short. If this pumps up, drags the 21 back, I'm in a long. And I know exactly where I'm shorting and longing, and then anything in between to me is where they're just going to wreck a lot of 100x. And I just stay poised and ready. Does it mean I might do this whole thing? I might wait this whole time and get into a short right here, and they might just jack me up. They might just push it right out and pump it to the upside. I understand that just because I'm poised and ready and disciplined, I still may lose. Mark Douglas taught me so much. Trading in the Zone. I highly suggest you get this book or just listen to it for free on YouTube. You can find almost any book now on audio form and on YouTube. It's just waiting for you. And Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. He's just going to teach you how an older trader would have taken a lot of what you take in, and how we treat ourselves so rough. We're so tough on ourselves when we don't need to be. You know what I'm saying? We blame ourselves, and there's a lot of emotions that go into trading when you really need to get that out.
What if you could shrink your entire wealth journey from decades down to just 24 hours? I know it sounds impossible, but Elon Musk is about to make it a reality for a handful of everyday folks like you. And you can get started with just $500. All you need to do is claim a stake in his company, SpaceX, before it goes public. Now, Elon Musk is predicting that anyone who does that today will have a chance to make 1,000 times their money. Now, that turns $100 into $100,000, $500 into $500,000, and a tiny stake of $1,000 into $1 million. Now, I know that sounds crazy, but I believe he's right. I mean, no event on earth creates more overnight wealth than a major tech IPO. Just look at the numbers. Early investors who got in before Facebook went public had a chance to turn a tiny stake of $1,000 into more than $1 million on IPO day. That same $1,000 became $1.6 million when Uber hit the market, and over $2.3 million when Google rang the opening bell. Now, the problem is all these opportunities were off limits to everyday folks like you and me. But that rigged game ends today. You see, Elon Musk has confirmed that he's going to take SpaceX public in what I believe will be the biggest artificial intelligence IPO in history. Yes, I said artificial intelligence. Now, most people think this is about launching rockets to Mars or just satellite internet, but that is not true. It is far bigger than that, because this IPO is a key part of Elon Musk's secret AI master plan, a plan that will unlock the full power of artificial intelligence, unleashing what Elon Musk is predicting will be a $1 quadrillion new wealth wave. Now, just to put that into perspective,
You're not right or wrong. You know, I was so wrong. I missed, you know. No. Now, when you over leverage and you don't use any risk management, you're wrong. That's that's when you make, I'm going to tell you right now, my biggest losses in leverage trading. Every single time I threw in a trade without a stop loss and said, you know what I mean? I got this. Without a real plan. Like I've gone in without a stop loss a couple times because I was in pretty big. I could see some key levels they were going to bounce price. Wasn't sure. And I knew, you know what? I can take, I'll go 2,000 for 6,000 here. I'll go in. If I go down between 15 and 16, I'll start thinking about where to get out. You know what I mean? And I take the hit that I'm willing to take. But it's rare, and it has to be right. It has to be when I really look at price action. And but 95% of the time I'm using a stop loss. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you right now, my biggest losses have come in my life when I've not used a stop. Because what happens, I'll tell you exactly what happens when I don't use a stop. My mind is infinite and it thinks of so many different things and it's active. And that's a beautiful thing about my brain. Beautiful thing maybe about yours too. That's why you like the channel. We have that in common, right? So you got this active brain that's always moving and you're thinking so much and you're connecting and you're like, and you got all these great thoughts and it brings you these big, you get the, and it zooms into how you feel and you're like, oh my gosh, right? You get a thought and you get that thought and it tingles in your chest and then your stomach feels good and like your thought starts making you feel good because you're so energetic and you're zooming, right? And remember, this is a beautiful thing that's going on, right? So my point is, as that's happening, you're getting into a trade. So then you want to use that awesome thought process, that you have, right? Because you're like me, because you're here on this channel. So you have this, so you want to use this and make, okay, how can I, get in and out of a trade? How can I map a trade out here? And you plan it out before it happens. And then you're like, and I'm using like, I got to be at the speed of light here. If this is really going to be a short, I want to click it in. And I'm also telling myself that I'm ready to flip long. I'm ready to flip long, right? And so if you just came to this channel and you saw me get this short ready, and then 10 minutes later it booms up. I don't get into it, it just booms up. And then I end up taking a long up here, and you're like, this guy is like, he didn't take his own trade. I think I might get confused if I was a beginner trader. You see what I'm saying? But that's okay. You know what I'm saying? I just have to know that if you keep coming here, that over time my consistency will win you over. That's what I'm going for as a trader, as a teacher, as someone out here, right? So here's my thing. I'm back to the idea. So you use this awesome mindset that you have in this fast-moving thought process. Now, if you have a mind like mine and like you that we described, like yours, and you don't get in and you get in with no stop loss, the infinite possibilities will come. And then when it gets near here, you're like, but what if it bounces back up and I don't lose that much? And then what happens is, and this has happened to me many, many times. I get in, I say I'm going to go 2,000 for 6. Or I want to go, let's say I really want to make, and it's always when I'm greedy, when I want 10,000. It's always when I want 10, 15, 20,000 out of one trade. It's always when the number 10, 20,000 comes up. Something like that. When it's like, I got to make this huge number. I got to make this giant number. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's always when it happens for me. And so I get obsessed with, oh yeah, this is going to be the big one. And like, it's kind of, it gets in your head. Instead of just saying, you know what, today I'm going to take whatever the market gives me and I'm going to be super grateful. I'm going to do it day by day with God's help and God's grace. Everything's going to go okay. You know what I'm saying?
The fastest way to grow your money in America today? Find Elon Musk's next launch and back it.
That's like the way to be. But like for some reason, it just, you know what I mean? We get greedy. We get greedy for whatever reason. I don't know why, but it is what it is. Right? As I put an armpit pad in there, armpit pads, man, because I sweat through my suits. Sorry. I know, right? This is what you're not supposed to tell people you're doing when you're live streaming. Like, you know what I mean? But literally, like, otherwise, like, I ruin my suits. Like, I really should put these on, like, without the suit on. It's not really working that well here. Yeah, this one is a little tight. Anyway, better than nothing. So anyway, back to the basics. So when you don't use a stop loss and you have a beautiful mind, a creative mind, an artist mind, it's detrimental because what happens now is you're like, so say we get into this trade, no stop loss. Let's just say we were getting into this trade, no stop loss right now. We were sure it's going down. We're just so sure. The 21's pointing down. We're just like, we've got this. We've looked at the liquidity on Bookmap. Everyone in the trading group says short. All our buddies. I just watched 2 YouTubers that I love, and they both say short. Everyone's telling me it's going my way. I just watched another YouTuber, and he just opened up a short. I'm like, wow. And that's a guy I love, I'm just, this is what happens to traders. I'm just telling you. So now you're like, okay, so you go short right here, no stop loss. All right. And now it starts going up a little bit. And usually it's a pretty big trade because people think, oh, I got this for sure. So they go heavier than you. When I use no stop loss, it was always the biggest trades I've ever been in. How crazy is that too? So not only was it the biggest trades I've ever been in, but that's when because you can't get stopped out you could lose the biggest amount of money. So that's when you don't use a stop loss. This is insane. Listen to what I'm saying, right? But this is what traders do. And welcome to the channel. This is the life of a trader, inside life of a trader that nobody talks about. That's what we do talk about here on this channel. That's what we break down. So people can understand what it's like to be a trader in the game, right? Shout out to all the beautiful people here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. It says we have 3,000 people here. I'll take it. 3,000 beautiful souls here on the live stream. Is that for real? That's what I'm seeing on YouTube, but you know what I mean? So shout out to the 3,000 beautiful souls here on the live. We are blasting into space. Biggest live stream in the game. Maybe we're finally getting what's due. Well, I'm taking a picture of that, man. 3,100 people watching on the stream. We'll take it. I mean, we're dropping some awesome sauce right now. What I'm talking about is... So now you're super creative and you get into this trade. As I lose the sauce that I'm talking about here. So you get into this trade, you're super... All right. And so now it starts to go against you. And now the first time in your life, because it's the biggest trade you ever made, and you went in with no stop, you're down bigger than you've ever been down. 500, 2,000, 3,000. Now you're sweating. Now you're like, what if it keeps going? And then you can see your liquidation. Now for the first time, you might lose the whole account. You've been trading good for 2 months straight. You've taken 10,000 to 15,000. It's been hard. You've gone up and down, but you're up. You're in the top 95% of traders right now because most people lose money. And you've taken 10 grand to 15 grand. It's taken you 2 months, but you've done it. You're going for a profitable year. For the first time in your life, you're on the way. But you just felt like you had to go all in on this one. And now you're seeing, oh my God. And now you have a choice. Cut off the trade at 3,000. Cut off your wounds. And at least you have 7,000 to play with, or, and take the big loss and say, you know what? And be super happy about it when you cut it off because, you know what? I'm going to learn my lesson. I know what I did wrong. I traded without a plan. I traded without a stop loss. Without a stop loss, there is no plan because there's no risk management. There's no what for what. What are you giving for what are you giving? It's like going to a street fair and blindly buying an object, right? And the guy's like, what do you want it for? And you're like, I don't know, like whatever happens. He's like, what do you mean? You're like, yeah, whatever, like whatever you say. And you know. So he's like, okay, how about $500? And you're just like, what? And then you go home and you pay you overpay for it because you had no plan. Like, I know it's like not the best, but it's kind of similar in an idea but you go in there like, no, I'm buying this and I'm not paying more than this for it. And then you go and you haggle and you haggle and you leave because no one gives you the price you asked for, or someone eventually bends the knee. And you have to be ready to leave. And that's kind of similar to having a stop loss. Like, the people that make the most money in any negotiation are people that are ready to leave. You got to be ready to leave. You see what I'm saying? You got to be ready to leave. If you're ready to leave, bang. You got this. So, and I'm telling you guys, I believe every day there's thousands of people here on this live. It just somehow gets shadowed. But like, I believe we have thousands of people here on the live stream every day, man. I firmly believe it. Without a doubt in my mind. You know what I mean? Trust me, man. This stream is connecting worldwide. Shout out. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. That would greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for all the love. All right. So look, now we're still looking to enter this short trade here. All right. We didn't jump in immediately, even though it may actually dump on us even quicker. There may be a faster path here to dumpage. The 1 minute looks pretty bearish. Yesterday, we took a late 1 minute short, and it did pay off, right? You saw we were up $500 as the stream ended. Can we do it again? Similar idea. I'm going to stick to the 5 minute time frame. The 1 minute's been very volatile. I'm going to give myself a little bit of space and look for that 5 minute to connect to this 21. I may miss out. It may dump again, and I may miss out. That's okay. I'd rather a lower risk trade than having to ape into something that, I'm not comfortable with. I still can get the trade kind of cooking here. 77.017. I think I can even bring it down to like 76.882. And every dollar really matters when you're trading like this. 331, and we're still at a 74, 238. Yeah, 283. Ooh, I messed those up. See that? And then you look at I just want to see where I'm at. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Hold on 1 second though. Hold on over here.
Where I'm standing right now is marked by the Russians as a top 7 target if we ever went to nuclear war with them. That means it's on the same potential strike level as the Pentagon and Camp David. You would never find this place on a map, and most people don't even know it exists. So why is it such a prime target? Because hiding around me is a technology so powerful, it could change the world. And it could have a huge effect on your portfolio if you learn about the stocks involved in this before everyone else. What's hidden here is not only a critical asset of the United States, it's now also become Elon Musk's new secret weapon in the AI race, which he's already using to beat Amazon and Microsoft. The catch is, Elon can't make this tech himself. He relies on a small group of companies to do it for him, many of which you can see right here. As the world finds out about these companies, their stocks are getting ready to take off. And I'm about to share all the details with you on camera. I'm not charging anything to view this, no credit card needed, no email needed. I'll tell you all about the stocks behind this breakthrough technology right now. To watch, just click the button you see on this video. This overlooked development here could be the best thing to ever happen to your portfolio. But I believe that soon, the stocks involved in this will be all over CNBC and on the front page of the Wall Street Journal. Before that happens, click through now to learn how to position yourself early.
Wars. Play in the next tab for free now.
So, and again, say you want to trade this stuff, but you don't have a lot of money, all right? You can jump on into Bitfunded. Right now they're doing they have so many cool deals right now. So jump on in, check them out, and you can trade with like $100,000 for very little amount of money. So check out their deals. They have some awesome stuff going down right now specifically, right? Because they're new, they're breaking into the industry. So like right now, here's a pretty good short, right? I mean, that looks to me like it's a descending triangle. Wants to go lower to the downside. And you can set your trades up on Bitfunded exactly the same way. We got a trading view widget here. All right. All ready to go. And bang. I mean, oh yeah, hold on. I'm like about to say, wait. I want to make sure you grab the short position when you're using short. And look, there's about a 3-to-1 risk-reward ratio again here to the downside, right? I mean, it's going to happen for sure, no, but that's a pretty good scalp. You can set your take profit. I want to go to 75,445. The stop loss can be down there at what? Up at what? 76,657. Same idea, right? You see how much you want to use in the trade. You can hit advance to see what's going on. I'm going to, what am I going to risk for when I'm going to open, when I'm going to gain? And I think I messed up the take profit, right? Let's see here. Okay, I got to sell short. I don't think it knows that right now. Yeah, there you go. Open short. See? Yeah, so $338 for $1,000. I mean, that's right. And I'm not going to take that right now. Remember, I'm walking that 5-minute time frame. This could be an unusually interesting short squeeze here, just on the smaller time frame. But Bitfunded is exactly similar to trading on weeks, right? And then you jump on in, you make the trade. But you can see here, there's $100,000 in here. I've done 3 trades, haven't lost a trade yet here on Bitfunded. So, and I just do so many trades, I have to remind myself. But if you want to jump on in and get on into Bitfunded, it's amazing. So check it out today. Okay, one other thing that I want to show you, all right, is one other coin that's been on my radar for the last few days that looks interesting. And that's this Canton CC. For whatever reason, it's been consolidating. And again, maybe it just kind of dumps out of nowhere, but you can see this pattern of just higher lows at tightness. And I want to see it just kind of hang out in here. Ondo just did this and decided to slightly break out. So I'd put this on the radar, just something I want, that I've been watching, and I'm nice enough to kind of bring up here. Canton CC, okay? Canton CC.
Dad, what do you actually do at work?
Project management. Why?
I'm doing a career thing for school. How much do project managers make?
Depends.
ChatGPT says average is like $130.
Where did you see that?
Google.
Yeah, just quick question. If you found out someone who just started your job gets paid 40% more than you, what would you do?
How did you find out?
Doesn't matter.
Talk to your boss.
And say what?
The truth.
I don't know what the truth is anymore. I've been here 9 years. I want to talk about my compensation.
Mark, you're a valued member of...
I know what I am. I want to know what that's worth. Honestly, the team is moving in a direction. AI.
Got 'em
Rod Chamberlain throwback match my Rolex. Everywhere I go flex, valet park on some low shit. Whole lot of smoke in that Rory, that thing poke. Burning rubber, wearing cameras, they was undercovers. Under pressure, made statements turned on their brothers. Never judge you, but the streets will never love you. I wonder what it come to in your brain for you to run to. Ones to hate us, handcuff us and maces. Call us dumb niggas cause our culture is contagious. Third generation South Central gangbangers that live long enough to see it change. Think it's time we make arrangements. Finally wiggle out that maze. Find me out in different places. And the smoke by the door, that's the infiltration. Double back dressed in blue laces.
Look, I'm from Westside, California. They run up on you. Ask you where you from and check your tats under your clothing. Hustler, go hard, make sure my knot's swollen. Fuck you, say the wrong hood, bullets explode, and I trust few people these days, cause that's gold. I seen niggas get killed for who they roll with and chose to keep inside they circle. Satan sitting on your sofa. Same nigga that shot you was the one you used to smoke with. Cold shit, my whole clique notorious. You heard of us, 6 soldiers, murderers, you still serving clubs. Jealous nigga, you broke as fuck, yo bitch on my nuts. Spilling Patron out my cup, she can't get enough. Buffing me down as I puff on the finest kush. They say I be doing too much, I just do my stuff. Yeah, I just do my stuff. Hustle, hustle, blue laces, shell cases. Catch bodies, we don't leave no traces. Big faces, suitcases. If you ain't no hoe, we getting paid, bitch. Blue laces, shell cases. Catch bodies, we don't leave no traces. Big faces, suitcases. If you ain't no hoe, we getting paid, bitch. I got Slauson on my back, Ed Hardy on my hip, weight of the world on my shoulders, gold rollie on my wrist. Neighborhood chucks, blue checkerboard tip, Dickie sagging off my ass, walk with a husky limp. 2 bricks on my white tee, same color cocaine. I ain't talking dope, I mean the price of my gold chain. All money in, no money out, that was my slogan. What I mean by that is stack it up and don't spend no change. I started small time, dope gang, cocaine. 7 grams was 30 rocks, that was my program. The block propane, young nigga, no change. Shoot out with no aim, so they know your name. Cause where your mama paid rent, that was your game. So when your homeboy bled, that was your pain. And if y'all both catch a case, you don't say no names. That's just the code of the color of my shoestrings. Blue laces, shell cases. Catch bodies, we don't leave no traces. Big faces, suitcases. If you ain't no hoe, we getting paid, bitch. Blue laces, shell cases. Catch bodies, we don't leave no traces. Big faces, suitcases. If you ain't no hoe, we getting paid,
so many
bitch.
places, seen so many things. Niggas turn against me, tryna chase that dream. This ain't living. This ain't living. No. You're thinking you're getting paid, hustling every day. While homies passing away. No, this ain't living. This ain't living. No.
What happened to the code? Streets is all in shambles, niggas pondering they know. But ashamed of what we stand for. They think we on some killing other niggas shit. We really on some stay down and diligent. These streets is cold, turn innocence to militants. Young niggas gang banging for the thrill of it. Pops was gone, moms was never home. The streets was right there, so they took you as they own. Blue laces, shell cases. Catch bodies, we don't leave no traces. Big faces, suitcases. If you ain't no hoe, we getting paid, bitch. Blue laces, shell cases. Catch bodies, we don't leave no traces. Big faces, suitcases. If you ain't no hoe, we getting paid, bitch. Bitch.
you're one sentence away from launching your website with Base 44. Since the
That mic is crazy.
Poppin' and shit. They let go, he back dropping and shit. In the street like that young nigga buggin', while that youngin' on top of the list. Do 200, try cop a new fit. Couple hundred I rock on my wrist. Need it all, I can't settle for nothing. Before I go, I'll be top of the list. Come up story on top of the list. Used to wake up and jump, play the block with them sticks. So much crazy shit I reminisce. Used to dream about the money I gotta go get. I done ran through my started top 5. Used to dream about this bitch like she gotta get hit. They said TJ got guns, don't know why. Told my lawyer they lie, probably why I dismissed. I could save with my child, lost my bro and my eye. See I out now, fire the stick. I got rich fucking high as some guards. Mama know he could die, I be slipped. I be stuck in my ways, I don't barge. When I first cut that Benny, said ours. Steady working, you niggas is bugging. Up these days, I don't gotta recharge. Poppin' and shit. They let go, he back dropping and shit. In the street like that young nigga bugging. While that youngin' on top of the list. Do 200, try cop a new fit. Couple hundred I rock on my wrist. Need it all, I can't settle for nothing. Before I go, I'll be top of the list. $5 used to stretch it for days. Robbing niggas tryna cop me some J's. Mama said ain't nothing good in these streets. Book smart, I was always unique. Then I wound up getting caught in some beef. 13 when I got off the leash. First gun, kept it under my sheets. First pack, kept it under my beef. They ain't think that I would better my life. They ain't think that I would get this shit right. Done trapping, I ain't into the jug. Chose rapping, I ain't sipping no more. If it's sad, they come and show me what's up. Last nigga tried, caught him a slug. Summer nights I was done off the drugs. Free saying that he had caught him and hit. I've snitched, that little nigga a bitch. Fuck the judge, he can suck on the dick. I told Monkey I'ma bail on no trip. I told Smelly I'ma work on my gift. I told Easy that his name's still alive. I don't wanna see no more of us die. I don't wanna have a reason to cry. Funny movement that I'm towing the 9. Hunger you. When it comes to that, I need to play. I'ma stay on this rest of my lane. On the track, on the track. Fuck it, I know I'm still young, I know I'm still dumb, but I'm tryna change shit. My youngest, they be on that gang shit. I send them, they pull up and bang shit. I try to chill out and focus on music, but niggas forgot that we dangerous. When it comes to that iron, we slang shit. I'ma stay on this road to my lane switch. On the road getting chicken, but we call it flicking. These niggas ain't speaking my language. Pussy boy, I don't fuck with that lame shit. It be hard to stay low cause it's fame shit. Had to stock and me mop in the back of my beam. It's crazy you call it a main bitch. Every link up is always the same shit. Now you ducking, I know that the pain hits. Said you won't be a op, had your bitch give me top, told the gods, I'm like, yo, this is gang shit. White gold, I ain't rocking no stainless. Fill your head with 3 hollows, you brainless. Put them gold in your wires and looking for cash. You fuck around, boy, and be chainless. My city, I'm trying to rename this. Run up on me, head tatting, you famous. And I heard niggas looking for me. And I heard niggas looking for bro. Pop out, I be icy and clean. New drip from my head to my toe. Catch a eye back to back in the road. Bullets burning, we get them, skip states and get low. Order my food and I took it to go. I was 13 trying to flip me a O. When I ain't know nothing, I knew I would blow. I knew that one day I should out a show. I know these fuck niggas want me to lose. Thanks for the haters for helping me grow. I got some feelings I never let show. Do it for Smelly, forever my bro. Ride through my city, I'm dropping the fools. You see me, I'm flexing with butterfly doors. Fuck. wanna skip town, see my wrist drown. Everybody wanna fuck with me for benefits now. Man, I wish my niggas really could've seen me lit now. Sit down, maybe roll up, blow a spiff down. Time go by, niggas change so much. Why the fuck these niggas looking at my chain so much? They just mad cause I departed from the game so much. 1-4 smooth and the game gon' bust. Cartier glasses 2020 got a clear view. You and me and I don't fear you. Act up, we gon' mash up, boy, I dare you. Brody, catch your body, I'ma leave you in the rear view. Could've did it to me, little nigga, you was scared to. You a bluff and you not who you appear to. You be starstruck if you see a nigga near you. And your bitch wanna fuck, I don't care to. Careful, if I say links, plans cancel. I can have your shorty in my bed doing dance moves. Fuck that, let's get right back to the real shit. And the feel shit, niggas really used to drill shit. Mama stressed out, whole lot she gotta deal with. Swear every real nigga gon' feel it. Smoking on drugs, that's just too much to deal with. SB strapped up in the field with it. Fall niggas, I don't trust niggas. If you boss triggers and you tell you a fall nigga. How you tell in the gang if you mention my name? Well, I promise I'ma kill you for the dark nigga. What's up with you? I grew up with you, used to fuck with you. Now I'm wishing that a boss hit you. I used to fuck with you. Now I'm wishing that a boss hit you. Fall niggas, I don't trust niggas. If you boss triggers and you tell you a fall nigga. How you tell in the gang if you mention my name? Well, I promise I'ma kill you for the dark nigga. What's up with you? I grew up with you, used to fuck with you. Now I'm wishing that a boss hit you. I used to fuck with you. Now I'm wishing that a boss hit you. My mama know about the pain that I never changed. But looking back for the fame, I felt the same. I was stuck up in the streets, but I had a brain. I ain't had no money, we was looking for a nigga change. Bitch from New York, New York, bitch from New York. Bitch from New York, New York, bitch from New York. Bitch from New York, New York, bitch from New York. Bitch from New York, New York, bitch from New York. Walk in the spot in this litty, designer to city, you know I'm a turn up. Broke out the Henny and I got a bluff, fuck around through a bin when I burn up. Shorty right here, she a freak and she move like a pro tryna dance, so I turn her. Then she feelin' my dick, it's the burner. She ain't used to my boss, she a learner. I gotta flex up, by the couple new pieces of glitter my neck up. Then follow protect us. Who is young niggas dreaming about picking protects up? We tryna arrest us. Fuck all them niggas, don't let me get fessed up. Nigga think he a wrestler. I'ma just teach him some shit, no semester. I gotta get to the bag. I think I fell in love with the cash. Been in the studio working hard to the max. I cannot never ever fall back. I'm in my Birkin, nigga. Run up, we murkin' niggas. I got some shooters, they ready to ride. I said them they lurking, nigga. I'm in my Birkin, nigga. Run up, I'm murkin' niggas. I got some shooters, they ready to ride. I said them they lurking, nigga. Bitch from New York, New York. Bitch from New York. Bitch from New York, New York. Bitch from New York. Bitch from New York, New York. Bitch from New York. Bitch from New York, New York. Bitch from New York.
I'm from the town. See me the Addy, I'm on the doubt. Get off the stage and I jump in the crowd. They keep saying we too wild. I fell in love with the crowd. They fell in love with the sound. Bow, 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 bow. Attention, move around with a vengeance. Bow, bow, bend them, throw it down, offend them. Ay, ay, ay. I'm with the demons and henchmen. We can't wait until we see us a victim. Give me the money, I needed them itching. Them niggas know when I see them it's different. I know you're out to my finger keep twitching. Leave them lifted. Blicky, blicky, blick 'em, blick 'em, blick 'em, blick 'em, blick 'em. Bow.
Bitch from New York, New York. Bitch from New York. Bitch from New York, New York. Bitch from New York. Bitch from New York, New York. Bitch from New York. Bitch from New York, New York. Bitch from New York.
Got 52 shots in his clip, but a nigga won't let him. XD a nigga told him, push on Beretta. Rough with them fellas, I leave him dead. I got your bitch sucking on my trash. I'm moving the floors, yeah, we do it better. I got the hoes like I'm Hugh Hefner. Bitch, I'm a dog, I'm a blue devil. One dip and Neiman, scanning, it's reading. Work it, I'm geeking. Shit turned me to a demon. Bad bitch named Bree, nice, but treachy. She want me to breed her. I'm like, nah, bitch, you sneaky. I make it rain on whoever. I make it rain at whoever. Nigga, I put in pain. I'm the shooter in the driver, and I rock Cartier frames. Crush the paper, fry the toe, put an eighth in my split. Roll, get in my zone, hop on the road, smoke an op to the face.
Bitch from New York, New York. Bitch from New York. Bitch from New York, New York. Bitch from New York. Bitch from New York, New York. Bitch from New York. Bitch from New York, New York. Bitch from New York.
How did SoFi actually help? By lowering my monthly payments and making my monthly payments matter.
Consolidate your debt with a SoFi personal loan. Get a low fixed rate, no fees required, and funding as soon as the same day you sign.
Hey. October's on as the label. 7-figure deal was a fable. 8-figure bought out the neighbors. 9 figures turning the tables. You pussy boy better be ready and able. I'm coming. I can't talk on broke case cause it's sticky. Free tea and free greasy, my Achilles. My youngest put lots on the city, so niggas be shit to come out when it's litty. T, that's the Cody, so free him.
My life always been traumatic. I'm paranoid. I move like how I move to the best of my abilities every day. I'm very aware of what could happen. I'm all the way aware of what could happen. And you know, you never gonna be able to just control anything because what's destined for you to happen is gonna happen. I feel like everything is already like written down or some shit in some way. But I just like, I try my best to move as smart as I can.
So long, bros keep serving time, we been going for so long. And I promise I'ma do this shit for us, just hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
And the telly sipping Henny and I got my robe on. And they know I'm throwing bullets, so the ops are gold on. They were ready for that last drill, told us hold on. Bro, going in no chill, but we gon' go strong. Hopping out, I got a man, hit it through the dash.